Today on Time About the Movies, the big action crossover we were waiting for so many years is finally coming together. Sylvester Stallone leads an all-star cast, including appearances by Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis, as well as Jason Statham, Jet Li, Randy Couture, and Terry Crews in The Expendables. Plus, we have Julia Roberts starring in Eat, Pray, Love. We have probably the most underrated movie to start the decade off, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And also we have Jackie Weaver starring in her Oscar-nominated role in Animal Kingdom. So 4 movies to take a look at today. That's coming your way next here on Time About the Movies, so stay tuned.
What's my oldest Willis friend doing here?
Both your names came to the top of the list. Only an idiot would do this job.
How much?
Oh, like I said.
A team of legendary warriors.
So, we are working for the agency.
On a mission.
What's wrong with this picture?
Everything.
They weren't expected to survive.
Great, they got a small army. What do we got? 4.5 men.
Not so funny. It's not easy being your friend.
What happened to you?
Got my ass kicked.
Let's see what you got.
Hey! Get up there!
Why me?
Get smaller! Come on!
Are you crazy? You're gonna kill me!
You're welcome!
Yeah, bro, man.
My turn!
I call that a tie.
Come on, keep dreaming.
The Expendables, you know.
You gotta love the fact that they don't even bother spoiling the fact that, yeah, they're not in this movie for too long, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis. You see pretty much their one scene, and that's pretty much it. You don't see them again in the rest of the movie, but don't worry, they'll make up for it in the sequel. But anyway, welcome to Time About the Movies. Today we are taking a look at the 4 films released on August 13th, 2010, and that is the biggest new release, obviously, The Expendables, in which it revolves around a group of mercenaries played by Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Jet Li, Randy Couture, and Terry Crews, who go around shooting and killing bad guys. Okay, that's not the whole plot, but it feels like it's the whole plot. The mercenaries are actually called in to overthrow a South American dictator gone awry, being led by an ex-CIA agent played by Eric Roberts to save the dictator's daughter. And really, the film's highlight is that scene with Bruce Willis and Arnold Schwarzenegger in the church, and they're discussing a dangerous mission in South America. It's a solid scene. It's got some good jokes, great acting from all 3 stars, but that scene happens 20 minutes into this 103-minute movie, and then you never see him again at that point. And it's just like, why even bother putting the money shot in the trailer if you're just going to not even have him in there for that much time at all? Like, that's literally the only scene they're in. But, like I said, the second film will make up for it, no question about it, but, everything else about the film is your typical action movie plot that you know will have hot girls, explosions, and a lot of fighting, and that's what you get in the movie. Most of it is pretty damn fun. Yeah, you get your hot girls in here. Giselle ETA playing the dictator's daughter, Charisma Carpenter, 20-minute explosion sequences, including a lot of plasticine and a lot of fighting, including one fight scene between Jeff Lee and Dolph Lundgren. And I wish it could have been filmed a lot better, but it's there, and you appreciate it for what it is. The bad guys are really not that threatening at all. In Rambo, the bad guys killed children, innocent people, raped them. They were just plain evil. And what's the most threatening thing the bad guys do in The Expendables? Put a towel over the dictator or the daughter and pour water on her. Ooh, these bad guys are really awful. I mean, even professional waterboarders know better than to just do that as the big evil thing that they do, but I don't know. The Expendables is basically elements of scenes from the 80s and 90s action movies pleated together into one movie. But at the same time, it's a fun movie. It's not on the same levels as Rocky Balboa or Rambo, but it is still fairly watchable, and it does get better from here, at least with the next movie coming up, which will be in 2012. So we'll save that for The Expendables 2. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and move on to our next movie, and that is Julia Roberts in Eat, Pray, Love.
This is my life. I'm going for it. You will love it.
You might hear it.
Eat, Pray, Love. Rated PG-13.
Or as most people will probably consider it who saw it, fuck off and die, because, man, it takes a lot to make Julia Roberts unlikable in a movie, and congratulations, Ryan Murphy, you did just that and then some. Roberts plays Liz Gilbert, who is everything a modern woman is supposed to dream of having. She has a husband, a house, a successful career, yet like so many others, she felt lost, confused, and unsure of what she really wanted in life. Newly divorced and at a crossroads, Gilbert steps out of her comfort zone, risking everything to change her life, embarking on a journey around the world that becomes a quest for self-discovery. In her travels, she discovers the true pleasures of nourishment by eating in Italy, the powers of prayer in India, and finally, and unexpectedly, the inner peace and balance of true love in Bali. Which sounds amazing until you realize that this bitch pretty much destroyed her entire relationship, and she's instantly unlikable. I mean, seriously. I mean, she really is playing the stereotypical Carrie Bradshaw in the Sex and the City movies type of a woman. Like, it's her problems are white people problems, pretty much. I mean, she dreams of having a husband, a beautiful house, a successful career. Oh wait, she had all those things, and then she just decided, fuck you, husband. Fuck my job. I'm going to go ahead and leave my life and go on this exotic vacation around the world and be the most unbearable person imaginable. I mean, granted, she's not the girls from Sex and the City too bad, but she's pretty damn close. And yeah, it's embarrassing watching Julia Roberts stoop to this low. And it just goes to show you that, hey, Ryan Murphy, as great of a television producer and creator he is, when he directs movies, he ain't that damn good. This is the same guy that gave us Running with Scissors, and there's another dud from him. Yeah, so. Wasted movie overall. I know it's based off of a book people love, but it's still not a good movie. I mean, it ends with Us and Where the Crawdads Sing were movies that were successful, but you know what? I didn't think they were that good either, so take that for what you will. But with all that said, let's get to some good stuff, finally. Let's get to the best movie of the year, tied with the best movie of the year for me. And that's, of course, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Here, discover a love story about a boy.
So this is a date, eh?
Did I say date?
Slip the tongue. Tongue.
A girl.
Garlic bread is my favorite food. I could honestly eat it for every meal.
Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes me fat?
And her 7 evil exes.
Yeah. Wait, what?
7 evil exes coming to kill you, controlling Ramona's love life?
Whoops.
From the director of Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead.
Next time, don't date the girl with 11 evil ex-boyfriends.
So real.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Like I said, this is my favorite movie of the year next to Toy Story 3. I mean, Toy Story 3 and Scott Pilgrim, it really is back and forth of which one I really like that much more. I mean, I like both of them just as much. This is, of course, based off of the graphic novel series of the same name by Brian Lee O'Malley, and it stars Michael Cera as Scott Pilgrim, who falls in love with a girl named Ramona Flowers, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead. And Scott finds out that the hard way that he has to defeat Ramona's 7 evil exes brought together by Ramona's last boyfriend, played by Jason Schwartzman. And this is what Edgar Wright does so well as a director. This is easily his best film, as the guy that gave us Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. And this is one of the best movies I saw that year. I mean, this is a movie where it does kind of start off slow with the relationship between Scott and Knives Chow, who's very good here, played by Ellen Wong, and how he first meets Ramona. But the second Ramona's first evil ex comes in, and Scott Pilgrim has no idea what he has to do except beat the shit out of him, that's where the movie took off, and it's just like, okay, I am now officially yours, because this movie is pretty freaking amazing. The visuals, fantastic to look at. A brilliant all-star cast. Anna Kendrick, Chris Evans, Brandon Routh, Mae Whitman, Brie Larson, Allison Pill, Johnny Simmons, Aubrey Plaza. All terrific. Kieran Culkin. You don't hate any one of these characters at all. The fight scenes are so spectacular to watch. I mean, this is a film that just works on so many levels, and yet it didn't make a single cent at the box office when it first came out. It came and went, and everyone thought it was going to be a big failure. This was Universal back at the time when they were really struggling to find some hits, and even the ones they had weren't enough to save the studio in general. I mean, yeah, they had the Fast and Furious movies, but they also had Despicable Me. But other than that, though, I mean, they had so many movies that flopped, and most of them were not bad movies. There were some good ones there. This is probably the best thing they did in that entire block. I mean, this is top-notch stuff. I don't have much more to say about this one that hasn't already been said already. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, easily one of the best movies of the year, tied with Toy Story 3 as the best film of the year, no question about it. So with that said, let's move on to our last movie that we have here, and that's Jackie Weaver starring in Animal Kingdom.
He's got a job.
She used to go on because he'd been protected by the storm. But they're not strong.
Take that, Disney. Australia beat you and making an Animal Kingdom movie before you could possibly make it. But this is, of course, Animal Kingdom, which is based on the story of several crimes allegedly committed by the Pettingill family of Melbourne, Australia, particularly one involving brothers Trevor and Victor Pierce, and two other men, Anthony Lee Farrell and Peter David McAvoy, all of whom were acquitted in 1988 of murdering two police officers in the Wall Street police shootings. The other cast also includes Ben Mendelsohn, Joel Edgerton, Guy Pearce, Sullivan Stapleton. I never saw this movie, honestly. I just remember that Jackie Weaver was nominated for an Academy Award for this, for Best Supporting Actress. I know there was a television series that came afterwards, which was ran for a couple seasons on TNT with Ellen Barkin in the leading role. But other than that, I've never seen the movie, so I can't really say if it's good or not. But I guess it had a legacy to it because it led to an Oscar nomination for Weaver and also that long-running TNT series. So there is an audience for it, and I just never got around to seeing it. So not much more to say about that one. That's Animal Kingdom. And thus, with all that said, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. And the next time we meet, we'll take a look at 5 more movies, including the return of Jason Freeberg and Aaron Seltzer in a parody of Twilight, Vampire Sucks. So how are they going to possibly screw this up? Well, it's not quite as bad as their other works, but it's not great either. I'll just leave it at that. We have Ice Cube leading an ensemble cast that includes Little Bow Wow and Loretta Devine in Lottery Ticket. We have Piranha 3D, a 3D remake of the classic movie that led to a second film directed by James Cameron back in the 70s and 80s. We have The Switch with Jennifer Aniston and Jason Bateman. And we have the return of Nanny McPhee in Nanny McPhee Returns. Emma Thompson is back for that one. So we'll take a look at those 5 movies coming up tomorrow on the show. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification button. Then you can go hit the playlist and also check out the last episode we did. And before I go, I want to talk about the Reviewing Network Talks About. You might have noticed there wasn't a new episode last week, and I didn't have one scheduled when I did the weekly address post today. It's mostly because, you know, I have all these other things I got planned. I got to do some Christmas in July videos, and then I got the Siskel and Ebert documentary I'm working on in September. So that's going to take up a lot of my time. And usually I was doing them on Saturdays. That's usually my free day before I go out to the movies to see the new releases for talking about the movies. So here's my plan for this. I'm going to go ahead and hold off on the Reviewing Network Talks About episodes until we get to the fall, September, around the beginning of September. And then that's where we'll start the new season off, where I take a look at my 30 favorite TV shows. That's going to be the main focus that starts off the first 30 weeks of the season. So the Reviewing Network Talks About has not been canceled. It's just been pushed off to the side, so I can use this time to work on videos for the next couple of months. So that's why you're not going to see a new episode tonight. But I assure you, there are works in the pipeline. And in fact, by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, the first Christmas in July video for this month will actually be up, as we're starting a brand new month. So I just want to get that out of the way. So with all that said, thank you so much for watching. And whether it's in the past, the present, or the future, I will see you at the movies. Take care.